All right, YouTube is good, okay?
Mm-hmm.
Let's see if it pops up right there for me.
Excuse me.
Oh yeah, right there. Okay, YouTube is good.
There we are.
What?
So there we are. It wasn't popping up for me.
Popped up right on the home page for me. Ready?
Yep. Hello, Tracy.
And we're good. Hello, guys.
Hey, guys.
All right, BLTs and bacon,
Chicken.
cheese. Oh,
Not chicken. I'm sorry. I didn't mean chicken.
I was about to say. I said
A bacon cheeseburger. I don't know why I said chicken.
It's okay. Hello, Casey. All right. Man, I really wanted a BLT tonight, and Kathy was on board of doing this too. And then when she went to go pick the kids up from school, and I told her what I wanted to do, she's like, "I don't think I want that anymore. I think I'm gonna do a cheeseburger." I'm like, all right. I'm still doing BLTs on English muffins with French fries. That I haven't done this in Jesus 8 plus years. No, yeah, 8.5 years. I haven't fried my French fries in a long time. Now I blame my mom for this shit because I came home from work and she was making my dad dinner, and I'm like, "How do you know when the French fries are done?" She goes, "You just gotta look and make sure they're golden brown." Now I got seasoned fries. She used regular crinkle cut fries, and I'm hoping these are gonna be good. I really am. Hello, Amy.
Well, that's strawberry.
Oh, hello, Stroke. You got a good memory.
She said it last night. Spatula down, yeah.
How long did it take me to get my cousin's name on TikTok?
Months.
And guess what? By the time we get to go live on TikTok again,
he's probably not gonna remember it.
I probably won't even remember it because usually TikTok either tells me that they approved my appeal or they denied it within 15 hours. We're going on like 3 days, and I have a feeling it has.
TikTok said, "Fuck your appeal."
I have a feeling.
Hello, Abby. Don't you growl, Molly.
I have
Molly.
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 What is she growling at?
Don't know.
Hey! Motherfucker. You got her?
Yeah.
I have a feeling that it's because of what I said about Cho. Hi, I'm Cho. I think they might have been, their feelings might have been hurt. Hey, Max.
You've been demoted. Go away. Go away now.
But the reason that we did get
Hello, Bax.
in trouble on TikTok is it's something I'm not supposed to support. The only, what we do on the side.
But we don't do that. But anyway, so.
We don't do that. And anybody that has been messaging me, and I'm getting the messages, it's not full nudity, guys. It's like just it's side stuff. So,
Hello, Sage.
But TikTok don't want you talking about that on their thing.
About done?
Hello, I'm about done. Yeah.
Okay.
What was she barking at?
Nothing.
I'll tell you one thing. She's the sweetest one out of the three of our labs.
She's a yapper.
But she barks at anything.
A leaf, the wind,
a fly,
everything.
Anything. Yeah, crazy.
Doesn't matter. Doesn't freaking matter.
You want to talk about yours? What you got going on?
It's a bacon cheeseburger. Lettuce, tomato, onions, ketchup, and mayo.
Hash browns.
Hash brown crowns. Nice and crispy. Not fried.
Oh, and by the way, Kaki's not drinking a High Noon.
No.
You could
it's a coconut water.
I watched too much of Mr. Dave Portnoy that...
It's a coconut water, I swear.
He's always representing his stuff.
It does look like High Noon.
Looks like it.
Yeah, it's not High Noon.
Hello, Debbie.
It's pineapple coconut. I heard coconut water is supposed to be really good when you're pregnant, especially for hydration. And I had one earlier, and they're actually really good.
I had 2 liquid IVs tonight, 1 cup of coffee. What I should say
Hello, Aaron.
today. I started my morning off with a cup of coffee, black, and then I had a, what would you say that bottle that I bring to work?
That's 32 ounces.
32 ounces of liquid IV, and then I had another coffee when Khaki picked me up, and then it was straight old alcohol from there. Watched Monday Night Raw on my porch because it was beautiful tonight, and my godson and all the babies were out, so I had a hot run. I was very sweaty, and I didn't even tell you this. Guess what I encountered on my trail run tonight?
Oh, Jesus Christ.
You're never gonna believe this.
I don't know what.
Right hand to God.
I don't know what.
So, I usually see what? Bunnies, deer.
Deer's a fox.
Do I ever see people? And if I do, it's with a dog.
Very rare.
Now, when I run, I always say this. I look at the ground, right? I make sure I'm not stepping on something that I don't need to be trapped in or whatever. I get to a certain part of the trail where there goes up a hill, and then there's a tree that was knocked down a long time ago. A dude.
Snake?
No.
A dude?
A dude and a girl. I don't know. They had a big. I didn't see it, but they heard me coming, and they were fixing up themselves what they were doing. I could only imagine she was on her knees, and because he was standing up.
He probably was like, "There's nobody comes in here, babe. Let's just do it." And along comes Jamie.
And then along comes a very tan, bearded fellow with beautiful legs. Comes trotting around in his normal day run. And this is a true story. This is not fabricated in the least. I'm like...
And then the girl's like, "See, I fucking told you. Never again."
Wait till I tell you about this girl. They were young. He was... I don't know what he was, but he had... whatever. She had a big old head of hair. Redhead. Very thin. And... I didn't see her face. I barely saw his face because I didn't want to be like a creeper that's just like running in the woods. While
what are you doing over there?
Enjoy his BJ, I guess. Whatever. So I kind of just kept I'm like, oh my goodness, because she's like fixing herself, and he's standing up pulling his sweatpants up. And I'm like, oh my goodness, I'm just gonna keep on looking down. And then I'm about like to hit the halfway mark where I smack the road, the metal things that.
Oh, the sign.
No, it's like if you crash.
Oh, the guardrail.
The guardrail. I always smack it, and damn, Jamie, you ruined the fun. Listen, I get it, and he's probably pissed at me because they did not finish because I had to come back that way, and it was only like 3 minutes later, and they were walking the trail that I had to pass. So I'm like, okay.
Weird.
I got my hand on my tennis ball, the green one, not the ball, and then I'm running, and I'm looking at the ground, but I see them ahead of me. But she had this big, beautiful head of hair. It was like down to the back, and then he had like dreadlocks or braids or whatever. And she was very, very thin. I'm like, I just fucked up their day, and they're probably gonna go in the middle of the woods and get ticks and shit. But I didn't have to go back. I didn't want to pass them again. Oh my God. But I've never encountered that. I always look at the floor.
It's the first time for everything.
Yeah, I forgot to tell you all about that.
That's funny. He was probably like, "Don't you worry, nobody ever comes back here. There's nobody ever in here."
And Khaki says that because back when we were younger, there were places that I would take Khaki, and she was like, "I don't feel comfortable doing this."
Not here. He's like, "Nobody ever comes here."
Like, there's no one ever that comes back here, and if they do, my windows are tinted. We just gotta sit still. There's no movement. I even thought about that in my head. I'm like, oh, to be young. I remember. So I'm not hating on them, but at the same time, like, it's usually a dog being walked.
Yeah, it's usually somebody with their dog.
Not a girl that's about to be dogged, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Well,
That's pretty funny.
I think so.
That's really funny.
I bet they won't do that again.
Bet you they will.
No, they'll be more careful.
Just maybe not during daylight hours.
You know, it's crazy because like sexual encounters these days compared to like when I was in school, when Kagi was in school, I was not popular and I didn't have like female attention in school. So like that never happened to me. So I don't know what that feels like. That the girl attention didn't happen to me until I started wrestling. And you know, Kagi's different. She had male attention towards her.
Not until like my later years of high school.
I didn't have it in high school, period. I didn't have it until I was like full blown 20 years old.
Late 11th grade, 12th grade. They'll go deeper in the woods next.
They might.
Might go, never mind. More than one way, they're going deeper. Just saying.
I think it was just a BJ. I don't think they were like doing anything else, but.
Never know. Maybe they were gonna and you went and ruined their fun. Which part of the trail was it? The one over here or the one down the road? Which part of the trail? Was it closer to here or the other entrance?
Yeah, it was closer to the deli. I was about to say, what trail? There's one trail. Just so happens there's like different trails inside the trail. It was a main route thing. I felt bad. But at the same time, I was like, it's you know, I guess it's different because and I don't know why, but because I never experienced it when I was young like that. But I felt for him because I knew after me coming running down the hill, she's like, "We're not doing this." Like there was no way there was no way he was gonna. He's
convince
gone.
it.
And then you know, and if he did, she's probably like, he's gonna come back, which I did because I had to. I wasn't running on the road in the midday. I would rather see you coming
Then cops flash light in the window of the car. True.
Yeah.
Not anyone that would have called the cops. True.
I don't know what I would have done if I would have caught them in the act. I probably would have kept on going.
Just keep on going.
It's not like I'm going to pull my phone out and say, "Hey guys,
smile for the camera."
I'm looking up. I'm on my run and this dude's getting a BJ. Like I wouldn't do that. I'd probably just keep on trucking along. And probably,
you would have to. What are you going to do?
No, I'm saying it would be like you're a freak if you stop and take a video, or you're a freak if you stop and say, "What are you guys doing? Can I join in?" Like you know what I mean. The normal thing to do is keep your head down and like, sorry.
Head down.
Yeah.
Mouth shut. Keep going.
My head down, girl. Your head down too. Yeah, I don't mean to interrupt.
Hello, Jimmer.
Crazy as shit, I swear, there's a first for everything. And I don't plan on eating a whole lot tonight because you guys remember how I've been talking about waking up nauseous. You know I've been talking about that. This morning was very different. You know why. And you could start the story and I could continue and give my explanation with the amount of times you were woken up for. And then I'll go into detail.
You wonder why I'm so freaking tired. Because I don't sleep at night. Jamie wakes me up 800 fucking times.
Not every night. 3 times.
Last night I felt like I had a newborn baby in my bed. Because Jamie woke me up at least 6 times.
3 times.
It was more than 3.
No, it was 3 times.
It was definitely more than 3.
Go ahead. Start with what you remember.
Apparently, I was snoring one too many times.
Not snoring, growling like a goddamn bear waiting for its fucking
Well, I
death.
can't help that. I'm pregnant. Shit happens.
Mm-hmm.
Then he woke me up to ask me if I was fucking hot.
Because I couldn't go back to sleep because you kept on growling. Like, okay, motherfucker, where's my dinner? I'm waiting for it. Like a bear. Like growling.
I
And
can't
because
help it.
I couldn't go...
Then you woke me up because you were thirsty.
That's because I couldn't go back to sleep because I was hot. And I also had a dream that was... Have you ever had a dream? And I didn't ask you about this, and I didn't want to because I was pissed off. You ever have a bad dream about me? That I'm doing something I shouldn't be doing?
Yeah.
Okay,
I wake up and I look at you and I just want to slap the shit out of you.
Right.
Just because you're existing right now. Mhm.
Right. Normal husband-wife things.
Yes.
Have you ever continued the dream months later?
No.
I did. And you're pregnant with Charlie.
Okay.
We're getting liquor for some reason. I found out about something, and you're like, I swear to you, right hand of God, this is your response. Look at me. I'm like, motherfucker. Hello, Mr. Jimmy Jam.
Hello, Jimmy Jam.
Yeah, you laughed, and it was at Lizard Lounge. I went in to get something. Yeah, that's exactly what you did. But with a sad face, not a laughing face. And I know we're pregnant with Charlie, and I know, and I'm like, and you're like, I tried doing this, but it didn't happen. And then whatever. So I woke up. Now I can't go to sleep. Me and Kaki didn't have intercourse last night, so my rocket is ready to go to space. I'm hot. I'm thirsty. And she's growling like a goddamn grizzly bear that hasn't been fed in a week. I'm like, oh my goodness, this is not the greatest night. So I don't wake Kaki up and tell her anymore, hey, you're snoring too loud. I gently wake her up and say, hey, are you okay? And she gives me an attitude. Yeah, I'm fine. Leave me alone. I'm like, I just want to make sure because you're breathing very different. And then this morning, she said something. I don't remember what she said, but I'm like, Kaki, you sound like you're growling. Sit up a little bit. And then I asked her because I really did have cotton mouth. I'm like, do you have anything to drink? And she goes, yeah, I got a couple of waters. And she gave me one, and I chugged it. And because I hurt my shoulder, which is an actual, I'm probably gonna I need to go get an X-ray.
You need to go to the doctor.
I need to go to the doctor. I heard this at work like 3 weeks ago.
They'll send you to Zwango cereal. Go get some X-rays or an MRI or something.
Yeah. I can't raise my arm above my shoulder without it hurting. So I have alcohol in me tonight. I have ibuprofen in me from when I got home from work. So I don't really feel it right now, but I can't sleep comfortably. I can't turn the steering wheel without me being in pain. And that had a lot to do with the dream, me being thirsty, Kaki snoring. It all culminated into one. Who's the GOAT in the WWE? The greatest of all time?
He did, Strawberry. He had a candy bar last night.
I did after, but not in the middle of the night. Right after dinner. Kaki called me out on it because she saw the wrapper in the garbage can.
When the hell did you eat a candy bar?
Greatest of all time.
That's Mama Juice for a reason. Yeah, well, Jimmy Jam, I would never do that.
Cat, the potential for Down syndrome, or
Fetal Jamie, you can map your way through the pregnancy. Cheers. It's called Mama Juice for reasons.
greatest of all time. I'm gonna go with my personal favorites. adult version of me is very different than childhood version of me, but Bret Hart or Macho Man. Childhood version of me would be Ultimate Warrior or Shawn Michaels. When it comes to like favorites. I'll try mine. Mine's good.
No, I don't try it. I'm barely gonna. I've already got fucking heartburn.
I don't mind nights where I talk more than I eat.
No.
Especially when it's like fried French fries, a shit ton of bacon, a half a block of cheddar cheese. I'd rather be hungry tomorrow and look forward to tomorrow night. Your burger good?
It's alright.
You overcooked it, right?
Well, I have to overcook it.
But is that why you?
No, I don't. Every time I make a burger that's not a frozen burger, I don't like how it tastes. Every time.
You like the frozen burgers better?
Yeah, I don't know why.
Yeah, me too. No, you're. Here you go, Molly. I agree. You know, Marissa don't help. She eats a burger every fucking night, and they look good.
Sometimes she eats burgers for lunch too.
She said, "Boy, listen, if I didn't make videos, I'd eat pizza almost every day." What up, Justin?
Hello, Justin.
Her burgers. She gets. I never watch her do it. I always watch her eat it. Not like in a freak way. I just watch like what it looks like on her plate. And it's like perfectly melted. So remember that day before she had Jeremy?
And not her meltdown.
Her meltdown with the cheese because it was overly cooked? I get it now. The way she had it looked amazing.
The reason she had the meltdown that day was because prior to that, lunchtime happened. And she put bad ham on her grilled cheese and she didn't eat it then either. So then by the time dinner came, and she made her food and her burger was wrong, that's why she got upset. I'd get upset too if I were her.
Jamie, loaded question. Who do you think was the most overrated pushed wrestler of the last 40 years? I have one in mind who had no business where he was, but I think politics played a favor. 40 years, so we're going back to 2025 to 95? No, 85? 95? 90? What year beginning? 40 years ago.
It's almost when you were born.
25.
40 years ago.
Well,
85.
Not Hulkster. Not Ultimate Warrior. Overly pushed wrestler. I mean, Warrior gets a bad rap because of who he is. I'm not going to say yes to him. So let me go with my fandom, because my fandom didn't start till like 86, 87. And that's because my dad had tapes. I was born in 85. So, nothing from my childhood. It would be newer guys. Don't give me your answer either, Jimmy. Let me think about it real quick. Modern what? WWE? Okay. 1985 to forward. Give me a second to think about it. I have them. That was overly pushed. I do have one. And yes, I did watch Raw tonight. Justin. Miz. I'm not a Miz guy. He might be cool as shit in real life, but you know what? When the first time the Miz won the belt, great. And I don't think he was necessarily pushed to the moon. But Miz comes to mind. When it comes to guys that like won the belt, Miz. I was too young for Backlund because I know it didn't last long and Diesel won it. John Cena, I've been a fan of John Cena since like the very beginning.
Yes, you have.
Which I was like one of those closet John Cena fans. Kathy was the first person ever to know I loved him. And she kind of knew it when he wrestled Shawn Michaels at WrestleMania. And I wasn't mad, but I played it. She goes, I know you're not mad in the car ride home. Shut up. I'm curious to see who, I'm very curious who Jimmy Jim says. Remember I said if you made money,
then you get a pass.
then you get a pass. Miz had made money and can wrestle and has helped build competition. Yeah, I agree, Justin. Jimmy, I don't agree with what you just said. Pal. I liked The Miz when he first won the title.
Aw.
And then...
Good night. Good night, Strawberry. Thank you for stopping
Yeah,
in.
good night. Thank you for hanging out. Who are you thinking about that was overly pushed? I'm very curious. And I might agree with you. I'm just having a brain fart. I've also had a little bit too many of, I mean, not too many, just like the perfect amount to get rid of my pain of my, whatever I got going on. It's usually like family members, specifically my daughter, giving me graze. And like, she was actually very good today and yesterday. Today it's just pain thing. It's strictly pain. I actually had a decent day. Work was not horrible. Kaki always treats me good. I had my
don't beat
family.
him.
No, Kaki. No. My family was over. I got to see my godson. The one guy I think was the most overhyped, overly pushed wrestler who I think couldn't wrestle for the Honky Tonk Man as he carried the... What the fuck you got against Wayne, man? You're laughing because you know I love the Honky Tonk Man.
Yeah.
Oh no, Jimmy Jam.
Not the honky tonk, man. How many times you make me watch that damn fucking video?
Kagi, hold on. Guys, hold on. It's all subjective, right? When it comes to favorite wrestlers, favorite actors or actresses, everybody's going to have their, Kagi knows because she watched everything with me.
I was there.
She was there. On the Road with the Honky Tonk Man. We watched that DVD so many times. And I'm a very big... Honky Tonk Man versus The Ultimate Warrior at SummerSlam is my first memory of wrestling that I remember watching as it was happening. And Honky Tonk Man issued an open challenge, and The Ultimate Warrior's music came, and he knocked his ass out in like under a minute. But I'm a big Honky Tonk Man guy. I'm a big Ultimate Warrior guy too, but Kagi knows this shit. So I wouldn't say overly pushed. And he's Jerry Lawler's cousin. My daughter and I like hockey. Guys like Hillbilly Jim and Animal and Bushwhackers were characters they could throw down in Independence. Yeah, I wasn't a fan of any of those guys, though. Bushwhackers, maybe. Hillbilly Jim, no sirree. That brings back memories, don't it?
Oh, yeah.
On the Road with the Honky Tonk Man. I doubt anybody in here has ever seen that shoot interview or that DVD called On the Road with the Honky Tonk Man? What are your thoughts on gay marriage?
I don't give a shit. Whatever makes you happy, makes you happy. Ain't for us to decide.
Me and Kaki are freaky as fuck, so you're probably asking the wrong people. You know what I mean? No, don't care about the gender that you decide to.
Whatever makes you happy, makes you happy.
Yeah.
Who am I to tell you? You're both going to hell? Okay.
Who said that?
I get reviewed.
What?
That David person.
You said. Why
He said you're both going to hell.
And then he asked about. Well, don't block him yet. I want to read what he. I didn't see the hell part.
Of course, he said you're both going to hell.
After?
Yes, after.
Oh, well, it's not showing up on.
Because Jimmy Jam's deleting it.
Okay, dude. Thank you, Jimmy. I keep blocking that.
Jimmy did it. Somebody put them in timeout.
No, you just block
them. No, there's somebody. Oh, no, Jimmy Jam did it.
Thank you, Jimmy. Kagi had to tell me today.
Some douche canoe.
She goes, "Did you see that long-winded comment on last night's video?" And I said, "No, I saw Liz and Jessica." Then Abby said I blocked them. What's up, Michael? And she sent me the snapshot of what he said because I didn't see it. And he said something about me and Kaki acting like caged animals and
we're apes in a cage, except we're humans, not apes, because apparently we didn't know what that meant. And that we're terrible parents.
Terrible parents because we eat and then go to bed.
We eat and we burp. And it's disgusting.
Yeah.
So
and I told
I'm
Kaki,
curious as to why they still watch, because.
Well, I told I told Kaki, I'm like, that's weird. I didn't see that. And then she told me, you got to go to newest comments. Clicked on it. Sure enough, there it was. I blocked them and erased the comment.
And the funny part was that channel was created 3 hours prior to that comment. So it's obviously somebody that was already blocked. That just can't help themselves.
A lot of the people that hate on us are either someone that whacks off to you or whacks off to me. And they hate one of us. So they insult either you or me. You know what I mean?
What's the funny thing about that is this is all you see is here.
Which is
23 to maybe 60 minutes of a 24-hour period of the day.
Yeah.
So for somebody to sit there and go, oh, you're bad parents, teach them this, and you need to grow up, and blah, 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 blah. You don't see what we do. You don't see how we are. You don't know our children. You can fuck the fuck off.
Your thoughts on John Cena winning his 17th title? You know what, young Chapo? I don't think it's going to stop with 17. I think Joe Hendry's going to get his dream match. And I think John Cena's going to beat Joe Hendry for the TNA Championship. I do. And I'm happy with John Cena being the champion right now because it only makes it better for Cody to chase the belt when he decides to whatever is going to happen with what Cody does next. It's all about that stash. Oh, yeah, no, I got it all on my beard. How are your hash browns? Your burger looks dry as fuck. Did you like it or no?
No.
Dry?
No, there was dry. It had no flavor.
Why do you think that is?
I don't know.
Nothing beats a good old-fashioned blizzard burger.
Yeah. I don't know. Should have made the damn jelly meatballs instead.
No. You did the right thing tonight. You want to do jelly meatballs tomorrow?
I think I might.
Or we could do something together.
I don't know.
We won't
Because
finish
I had ground beef tonight. I don't know if I want ground beef again tomorrow.
Okay. Who do you got between Randy versus John? John Cena. Yeah. I'm a John Cena guy, unless it's Cody. They've painted themselves into such a picture where John Cena's not losing the belt and being a transitional champion, right? He's gonna lose that. I don't even know if he's gonna lose the belt. I think he might do what he's saying he's gonna do and go home with it, and then they go from there. But at the same token, you gotta do Cody versus Rock. How was Raw tonight?
Hell no, Jim Jam. Hell no.
I enjoyed it. I mean, I watched it on my porch for the first half, and then I watched it with Kaki right here for the second half. We don't watch UFC anymore. We used to.
No, I
though.
used to watch UFC many years ago.
Me, Kaki, and my brothers used to watch all the UFC stuff together.
Yeah, we used to order food. It used to be a whole big thing.
We used to go to my brother's little shitty apartment.
Or they would come to our apartment.
Yeah, both.
Mm-hmm.
He was on the 5th floor. We were on the 2nd floor in a very nice apartment on the water, and then a townhouse, which was probably our best place we've ever been.
Yeah, it was a nice apartment.
But yeah, me and my brothers and Kaki used to watch all of it. But back in the day, now it's like all kids that aren't necessarily stars, and you could pass them over and Target and not think twice and like, oh, that person must be,
No, you get down. I'm ignoring you because you don't listen. I'm ignoring you.
Why'd you stop watching UFC?
I don't know. We just stopped. I don't know
I can
why.
tell you why. I can tell you why.
Why? Oh, the pay-per-views became super fucking expensive.
No, it has nothing to do with money. Usually, for me, and Keki might agree, maybe she'll disagree. She had her favorites, I had my favorites. When you're gonna dish out $50 for a pay-per-view, you're not dishing it out to see just a random fight, right? Like if you see
Something
Bob
that
and
was hyped
Scott
up.
that lives down the road and they're gonna fight at Caldor, you're not gonna want to spend that kind of money. But if Bob and Scott have an issue and they're making it into something and they're leading up to it with months and months and training camps and promos and vignettes and all this bullshit, it's gonna sucker you into it. And me and Keki stopped watching when they stopped making people special, and it was just Jeff versus Steve. You know what I mean?
It was generic.
It was generic. And once she could list off her favorites, and then I could list you off mine. We knew who they were. There was something about them, right? Like my guys were Uriah Faber, Dominic Cruz,
I court.
Cain Velasquez, who else? Tito Ortiz. And then Kagi had guys like GSP. She liked Kendall
Loved
Grove.
him. Matt Hamill, I loved.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
There's a whole bunch. Can't remember
Now it's
their
like, and not because they're from different places, but I can't even pronounce half the fucking guys, let alone know a backstory on them.
Uh-oh, what did we do? We got in trouble, Court. We got spanked.
What?
He said, uh-oh, what did we do? Because we weren't on TikTok.
Oh yeah, we're not going to be
got
back on
spanked.
TikTok until the weekend.
Maybe, if we're lucky.
No, May's 2nd or 4th.
Free Cain Velasquez, yes, 100%.
Kane's got what? He's gonna be free soon.
Yeah. That judge knew what he was doing.
He already did his time. He's got like
little. Well, you know what, Court? I'm a little person, so it is what it is. That's not why we got banned, though. We mentioned the OF.
yeah. Frank Shamrock? No.
Ken Shamrock.
No. Frank, the brother. The last wrestling event I went to was SWF. What the fuck is SWF? SWF?
Not a clue. Maybe it's not something
Rampage
around
Jackson. Hell yeah. Rampage Jackson was another one of my favorites. SWF Pro Wrestling, I never heard of it. Conor McGregor was the last. Well, there's.
You like Uriah Faber, too.
I said Uriah Faber.
Oh, I didn't hear you say that.
Uriah Faber, Dominic Cruz.
Single white female.
One of my guys. I was like a featherweight guy. When it came to the heavyweights, other than Brock and John Jones, who I liked in the beginning.
Yeah,
and
like
then,
John Jones.
I mean, I wound up. John Jones was like someone I liked a lot in the very beginning, and then once he got popular and he just started fucking up in like the news, like I started to not like him, and then I did like him again.
Common sense, Court. Common sense.
The Iron Sheik, he'll camel clutch you while wax and curls.
Waxes and curls his no, it's disgusting.
I love the Iron Sheik.
Stop.
TNA. Oh my god, Cortland. I know you're talking about a different TNA. Last night, I'm still pissed off about this. I didn't even know TNA had a pay-per-view on last night. So I was watching that bullshit that A&E has on, LFG, which I can't fucking stand.
Was it like Tough Enough?
It's like, Tough Enough was more entertaining. I went on Instagram and I saw that TNA had a story up. I'm like, holy shit, there's a pay-per-view on tonight. I quickly went downstairs and got the big monitor up. And
You got all excited.
I got very excited.
It's like, I don't gotta watch this shit.
Yeah. And I go to click on it and it tells me to upgrade our current
Or plan.
plan. And I don't remember the prices, but I could either spend $40 for the pay-per-view, which I wasn't expecting it to be anything great, or upgrade our plan to like $156.
$160 something dollars a month.
No, a year.
A year, sorry, $167 for the year.
So I had my nephew on my lap, and he sees Joe Hendry on the thing.
And he's pointing. He's going, ah!
Now, he likes Joe Hendry's music. And he's only a year and a couple of months. But he watches wrestling with me every week. Whether it's Monday, Tuesday. It's usually Thursdays when it's TNA. He'll be on my lap for a good 20 minutes watching it. I said, Tommy, thumbs up or thumbs down? Do I spend $40 to get this pay-per-view? He's got no clue when I'm asking him. But I'm watching him do his things because he's very smart.
He's like, thumbs up, thumbs down.
He stayed in the middle.
He kept going like this.
And then Kaggy's big mouth goes, you don't got the money to do that. I'm like, you don't got the money to do that. If I want to order this, I'm going to order it. I decided not to order it. Turns out I missed one hell of a freaking show last night.
That he didn't even know was on.
And I didn't even know it was on, yeah. It's almost like fear of missing out.
Yeah, FOMO. He said, I don't believe in Joe Hendry.
Hey, you know what? There's a lot of people like you that don't. I do. Listen, if you turned around and said, "Hey, I don't believe in John Moxley," I get it. I'm with you on that one. But Joe Hendry, is he an Eddie Guerrero? No. But he has been able to get a big fan base with what he's been doing. So it's like, and it's catchy. And I didn't get it either. I didn't like him at first either. It took me a couple times to watch him and see what he's about to get it. I can be done if you want to be done.
I'm been done.
Okay.
It's up to you. Finish.
I don't believe in Joe Hendry. Clap, clap. Mr. Jimmy Jam, do you believe in Joe Hendry? Justin? I know my brother and my nephew does.
Justin doesn't. I don't know about Jimmy Jam.
I don't think I've ever talked to Jimmy Jam about Joe Hendry. SOB, okay, Jimmy Jam.
Wipe that blasphemy out of your mouth.
Yeah, Jimmy Jam's a believer. Joe Hendry will be on NXT tomorrow night calling out Trick. I'm just gonna definitely finish my French fries.
Okay.
These are so good, and I don't plan on doing French fries fried again like this. Like, I'm not gonna make this a routine. Say his name and he'll appear. I knew Jimmy Jam would read it. Yeah.
I think you should do the song and dance.
I'm not gonna. I'm happy that you're on my side on this one, Jimmy. You know, my brother.
Justin said, "Fuck no."
Where are you seeing that?
It's when it hid.
YouTube. Oh, so YouTube
YouTube
hides it from
it from you, but mods can see it.
Okay. Whoa, this is the guy that cooks crazy stuff on social media. Had no idea you had a YouTube. I do. I've been doing YouTube longer than both TikTok and Instagram.
YouTube.
Love Joe Hendry. Hell yeah, Jimmy Jam. As do I. You know, if someone would have asked me, like, how long have I been, like, obsessed with the NXT girls? Not because what they look like, because how good they are. Probably like 3 months now. I purposely didn't watch NXT because it was like a very pro, mostly female show. And I never gave it a chance. And I've been giving it a chance, and I guess I've become accustomed to it. And the girls are better than, like, the shit the girls do are so much better than what the guys do on that show. So like I've been paying it, and there's so the D'Angelo family was not a fan of them. Thought that was like cartoonish bullshit. I grew with that. I grew with everything. NXT is like my third. Raw is number 1, regardless of what you're gonna say. Dynamite's number 2, and then NXT is 3, TNA is 4. And then Collision is like background noise. Takes me a couple times to watch it, but I do watch it. Haggy, I'm gonna take one bite and then we could be good, okay?
Okay.
I'm like, I thought Haggy had to work tomorrow. She done that.
I don't have to work till Wednesday. And then I'm on vacation. And I'll get paid more to take a vacation than I would if I actually worked.
You say that.
I will. She switch you over. She can feel Bang bang, shots fired.
Yeah, well, heck, you can have one more napkin.
Yeah, it's the last napkin.
That's
It's very
perfect.
rare that we use all of the napkins.
Look at my freaking mess.
Wow. That coconut water is so freaking good. I gotta buy more of those.
Alright, boys and girls, we will see you tomorrow. Thank you for hanging out with us. Thank you for keeping us company. If you're usually a watcher on TikTok, and you're making it a point to switch over to YouTube to enjoy our show, thank you very much. We'll be back on TikTok probably by Saturday. I think Saturday's May 4th.
No. Oh, that's Sunday. The 5th is Monday. Because that's my doctor's
How are you about to watch Rebellion? If you're using my login, you're not going to be able to. Jimmy.
He's got that little box thing.
He's also got my sign in for TNA. I couldn't watch it. He's got.
You want to upgrade us, Chippy Chip?
No, he's got that little black box that my dad didn't want to buy.
On the app I have. The TNA app or the other thing?
Jimmy Jim's got something else.
Told you the pay-per-view comes on there.
Yeah, I thought I was good to go as long as I watch it live. Kat, get it for Jamie's birthday? No. Kathy's not getting me nothing related for my birthday. I'm gonna upgrade TNA when I have money next month. I need to prioritize and see what exactly I get for what I'm paying for.
It might not even be worth it.
Last night's
Upgrade.
pay-per-view was worth it. I'm just saying. Usually, I would say I'll regret it. But from the clips I've seen, I don't think there was another TNA pay-per-view that I missed that I wanted to see.
Mm. Mm.
Last night was worth it. I ate all my fries.
You said you would.
I know, they're so good. I haven't had French fries that are actually fried in 8 years.
No, stop.
Alright, let me end this before I stage shit.
Gave you the last napkin. I don't have any more napkins.
For what?
Your hands.
I'm good. Alright, guys. Thank you. We'll see you tomorrow.
Yes, guys. Have a good night.
Yeah, French fry. It's down my shirt.
Hot mess.
Good night, guys.
Have a good night, guys.
One boom. I think it fell on the floor.